It's the bald and the beautiful. Everything from Nashville to Hollywood on My Country 96.1.
All right, we start with the new season of Love on the Spectrum on Netflix, and there's a country element to it. I have not watched the show, but I saw the preview when you're scrolling through Netflix and you stop on something and it will, show you a trailer for the show. And two people who are getting to know each other are talking about country music. They have a very detailed conversation about country music. And apparently, once you get into the show, there's a guy, Tyler, who can tell you the exact key that any country song is sang in. And sung in or sang in? Well, either one. Tyler can do that for you, and it's gaining some traction and steam in the country music world. Artists are starting to notice, and they find it pretty interesting. He describes different keys of different songs and seems to know every single one, which is an amazing talent. And a popular show, by the way, on Netflix, Love on the Spectrum. So a little bit of a country element to the latest season. Riley Green, we know he was a baseball star in high school, and of course he is in quite good shape. I'll just leave it at that. The other day he was in Toronto before a show taking batting practice with the Toronto Blue Jays and hit one out of the park over the wall. There is video on his social media. Some actor roles. Robert Pattinson looks like he could be playing a villain in the third Dune movie, if you're interested. I have not seen any of the Dune movies, but I know they're somewhat popular, and Robert Pattinson looks like he could be signing on for that. Timothy Chalamet, what will one of his next roles be? I mean, he earned, great acclaim as Bob Dylan in that film recently. A lot of Oscar buzz around it, right? A couple months ago. But who will he play in his next role? Well, one of the movies, he said he spent months and months, at least 3 months, learning how to play competitive ping pong. So, I don't know, there's some kind of element of ping pong in his next movie, and he spent a lot of time learning how to play the sport. Mariska Hargitay, of course, Law & Order. She is directing an HBO documentary about her mother, Jane Mansfield. And I forget the exact details of the story, about a famous story. She was 3 or 4 years old in the back seat of a car, and a car accident killed her mother and maybe a sibling, possibly as well, and she survived it. She will be directing an HBO doc about her mother, Jane Mansfield. And sad news out of the Dominican Republic. A nightclub roof collapsed, and there was a pretty famous act down in the Dominican performing, and a lot of celebrities were there, politicians from around the area. A couple of former Major League Baseball players died in the collapse. Octavio Dotel, who I think spent some time with the Mets, and Tony Blanco, the two of them passed away in the collapse. At the time of this article, 79 people were killed, a lot more missing, so that number probably go up. A terrible event in the Dominican at a roof collapse at a nightclub, and some ball players were there, and many lives lost as well. TV tonight, Masked Singer on Fox, ABC with Celebrity Jeopardy, ABC also What Would You Do with John Quinones. We love that show. It's a good one. There you have it, your bald and the beautiful entertainment. Everything from Nashville to Hollywood. Today, we are looking pretty good sunshine-wise. We'll be 45 and sunny. For your Thursday, we should get up to 50 with a mix of sun and clouds. Looking forward to that. Phathead and Cande, My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.